Because I stood up for someone and made the class beauty lose face, my childhood friend changed my college entrance exam choice to the police academy. At a class reunion, he mocked me. Yingxia loves to uphold justice, so she should be a police officer. But when the school year began, he called to question me. You promised to go to the same university as me. Why didn't you change your choice back? I held the shiny police badge in my hand. Yingxia, thank you for helping me realize my dream. When I discovered my application had been changed, I immediately reported it to the police. But my uncle, who's a police officer, hesitated before speaking. Yingxia, tell your uncle the truth. Did you want to follow in your father's footsteps, but were afraid your mom wouldn't approve, so you came to me to set this up? It wasn't surprising that my uncle thought this way. After all, 4 years ago, when my dad, also a police officer, sacrificed his life, I had expressed wanting to honor his memory by attending the police academy. My nose tingled with emotion, but I still told the truth. This time, I didn't choose the police academy. When I denied it, my uncle was about to speak but was interrupted by a voice. Yingxia. I turned around and saw my childhood friend Yingxia rushing toward me. He looked anxious, his hair damp with sweat, sticking to his forehead, and his face was filled with apology. Sorry, uncle, it was my fault. I changed Yingxia's application and forgot to tell her, causing this huge misunderstanding. I stood frozen in place. Yingxia and I had known each other for 16 years, and we secretly had feelings for each other, agreeing to go to the same university. Just last night, he held my hand and promised me, Yingxia, once we get to college, we'll be together. I remembered the day we filled out our applications. We confirmed everything over and over before submitting them together. At that moment, my uncle frowned after hearing Yingxia's words. How could you be so careless? This isn't something to joke about. Yingxia kept apologizing. My uncle said in relief. It's a good thing we caught it early, or the application would have been submitted tomorrow, and the results would be final. After scolding Yingxia, my uncle turned to handle the paperwork to retract the case. I felt a heavy knot in my chest and finally asked, Yingxia, why did you change my application? Yingxia's eyes flickered with a hint of panic before he casually smiled. It was just a prank for a dare, no big deal. Don't be mad, I'll change it back tonight. Just take care of things here, I'll wait for you outside. After finishing the paperwork, I walked out of the police station alone. Around the corner, Yingxia was standing there waiting for me, but next to him was another small figure. It was Shenin, the class beauty. She always clung to Yingxia under the guise of being brother and sister. They shared milk tea, walked arm in arm, and made late-night calls. But that's not why I disliked her. I disliked her because she would boss other girls around, relying on the fact that she had brothers to back her up. Just recently, Shenin had bullied a quiet and obedient girl in class. I stepped in to stop it, and my words were a bit harsh. In the end, Shenin left in embarrassment after losing face. But in front of the boys, Shenin had completely changed her demeanor. She was now pulling Yingxia's sleeve, acting weak and aggrieved. It's all my fault. Now this has caused trouble at the police station. Yingxia must hate me. What if she doesn't change her application back? Yingxia lowered his head to comfort her, his voice gentle. It's not your fault. She embarrassed you in front of everyone first. This time, even if I give Yingxia a lesson for you, don't be mad at her. As for the application, he smirked. Yingxia can't live without me. She cried and begged to go to the police academy back then, and later insisted on going to the same university as me. She'll definitely change it back. I hid in the shadows behind the tree, my heart twisted in pain, almost unable to breathe. So it wasn't a joke after all, it was just to vent for Shenin. I held back tears and turned to take a different route home. I opened my computer and logged into the system. The application for the police academy was still quietly there. It had been my mother's reluctance, my uncle's hesitance. But it was my dream. But Yingxia had said that there were top universities locally, and if we stayed here, we'd have a more stable future. After hesitating for a while, I still placed his wishes above mine. My phone rang, the screen flashing Yingxia. I hesitated for a moment before answering, and his voice came through, sounding somewhat reproachful. Why did you go home by yourself? I waited for you outside the police station for a long time. I tightened my fingers, trying to keep my voice calm. Uncle took me home on the way. I forgot to tell you. Yingxia paused. Yingxia, are you still upset? I remained silent. His tone grew upset. I remember you wouldn't get mad over small things like this before. A small thing? I almost laughed, but my eyes burned with unshed tears. I suddenly remembered the old Yingxia. When I was bullied as a child, it was him who wiped away my tears and raised his fist at the person who hurt me. All these years in school, he was the one who waited for me at the intersection every morning, patiently taking me to and from school. After my dad's sacrifice, he was the one who helped me cope with the pain of losing a loved one, telling me that we would have a family in the future. But now, Yingxia casually called the most important decision of my life a small thing. On the other end, Yingxia's voice pulled me back from my thoughts. Alright, remember to change the application back. I have a surprise ready for you when school starts. I no longer hesitated. I cancelled the modify application option, locked the police academy application, and closed the web page. I whispered, I have a surprise for you too.